Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Verse number 17. Change of pace. This is Vakya Vrtti. Okay. देहेन्द्रियादयो भावाः हानादिव्या प्रतिक्षमाः यस्य सन्निधिमात्रेण सोऽहमित्यवधारय. Dehendriya adaya bhavaha. We saw this little bit. So, Dehendriya means body, mind, senses, etc. Bhavaha, their beingness. Why does the body have a being? The body, when we say body is, the is does not belong to the body. It belongs to Satchidananda Atma. It belongs to I. One more. No, not here. So it belongs to the I. That's the idea. So one is living on borrowed, all the things that are inert are being blessed by sentience and living on borrowed existence. Like the crow that went into the peacock convention. Remember that story, right? Yeah. Crow goes to the peacock convention with a few peacock feathers. It gets an idea and then it loses itself when it dances. And then the peacock feathers fall off. And then it is booted out of the convention. So like that, the deha indriyadi bhavaha. Bhavaha means their beingness. The beingness of the body. Beingness means its ability to exist. And its ability to move around. I can move my hands like this. And the ability of the mind to think. I can think, I can will myself not to think and be silent. All these things I can do. And then Deha, Indriya, Adi means body, senses, mind, all these things. They have a being and their isness is really the is that belongs to I. I am, therefore body is. I lend my presence, as it were, to the body and breathe into it the sentience that it does not have. Body, inert. Atma, sentient. So it is what is called like the effect of the crystals. So like behind the crystal, if you put white cloth, the whole crystal looks white. Then you change that and then you put orange cloth, the entire crystal looks orange without becoming either white or orange. So to the Atma lends its existence. Without really becoming anything, it manifests as non-separate from the body. It powers the mind, it empowers the mind to think, to vacillate, to have certainty, to have doubt, all this. It's the Atma behind, so to speak, behind the mind. Don't look behind, okay? So it's the Atma, so to speak, behind the body, behind the mind, that which is powering it. Kind of like the Wizard of Oz. Behind the curtain, he was sitting and doing things, so like that. So the body in itself is inert, because when the presence of the Atma is gone, the body is fit to be going under the ground. That's what it is. And so this is what makes the body what it is. This is what the Atma is, what makes the body what it is. How? Sannidhya matrena. Sannidhi means just by sitting next to it, just by being with it. You find that you have, you have an object out in the garden. When the sun shines, it is bathed in sunlight. Even without the sun trying, it's just bathed in sunlight. Why? Because the nature of the sun is to shine. And similarly, the nature of the Atma is to make everything come alive. Whatever it touches, so to speak, and whatever is whatever is next to it. And it's not that there are two things, Atma and the body is sitting next to the Atma. That is where we should not go. Sannidhi means just by being itself. And it allows the body to come alive. It allows the mind to come alive. And Hanadi Vyapriti Kshamaha. It makes the body capable of transaction. It gives the body the transactability, makes the body have transactions, and capable of giving, capable of taking, capable of being, capable of sleeping, eating, drinking, etc. So the Atma, without doing anything, is just by its presence allowing the body and the mind to function. And Adi Shankara elsewhere in the commentary to the Kathopanishad says something very interesting. Just like the Raja, the king in a kingdom. So the king in the kingdom, what does he do? He goes to visit a province. And then just by his presence, he makes everybody come alive, and everybody cleans harder and faster, and everybody, all the shopkeepers stop cheating the people, and and the people themselves are very much animated. He doesn't do anything. He's just sitting there in one of his homes or whatever he has, but he's visiting this province, and then everybody knows he's there, even though he's there. They don't think even he's going to come to my shop, but still everything is spick and span, everything just by his mere presence. He brings out about a transformation. So to the Atma, which is the Raja of the body, mind, sense complex, makes everything come totally alive and makes everything be what it is and makes everything function without really doing anything. It does not act, and it just allows everything to be in its place. It gives the power of transactability, action, etc., to all the things here, such as the body, etc. So this is so saha aham. This is now a refrain from, I think, verse 16 it started. No, verse 17. There is a refrain. Soham iti avadharaya. Avadharaya means make it certain. Make it certain. Saha aham. Saha goes with Atma. Saha means he. So since the word Atma is masculine, grammatically, it's not that it has a gender. Grammatically, the word Atma is masculine. So Saha aham. Soham. You can even say Saham. She, I am. No problem. He, I am. She, I am. Saham also you can say. It's all the same. It's a nice change actually. Saham. And so Soham, and that is the culmination of Vedanta study. Soham, I'm not this body, mind, sense complex. I am this Atma. I am Ishvara. Saha Aham. And then what is the journey? From Ho-Ham to Soham. That is the Vedanta journey. First, everything is Ho-Hum, Ho-Hum, Ho-Hum. And then now Soham. That is the journey. And then now what? So then this is the Yascha Sannidhi Matrena, whose proximity alone, whose presence and proximity alone blesses that with which it is looking at with the ability to function. That is the idea. Then the next one. अनापन्न विकारः सन् यस्कान्तवदेवयः Buddhyadim shalayet pratyak. Sohamityavadharaya. Anapanna vikarasan. Yaskantavadevayah. Buddhyadim shalayet pratyak. Sohamityavadharaya. Anapanna vikara means apanna gained. Anapanna never gained. Means never gained what? Vikara, changes. The one that has never gained any changes. Changeless one. Anapanna vikara. Sun, being the changeless one. Who is the changeless one? Pratyak, the self, the innermost self. Innermost means the one that is understood as that which is powering the body, mind, sense complex, the witness. That Sakshi is called Pratyag Atma. Atma with reference to the body, mind, sense complex is called Pratyag Atma. Atma as though obtaining in the body, mind, sense complex. So this Pratyagatma, Anapanna Vikara, it doesn't undergo any changes at all. Anapanna Vikara San. Yaskantavat. Yaskantaha means, what is that called? The magnet. It's like a magnet. And the body, etc. are what? They are like this, what is that called? Iron filings. Although it doesn't say that, we have to infer that. So the body, mind, sense complex are attracted to this Atma. The Atma doesn't really exert any kind of magnetic force. It is magnetic. It is compared to a magnet, not that it has any magnetic force. It's compared to a magnet. And what does it do? Everything just goes and it pulls everything towards it, itself unchanging. And so everything seems to move towards it. You put some nails and you put a magnet and the nails just walk over there. They just move over there. The magnet has not shifted position at all. Similarly, the buddhi starts to think because the Atma is there. The buddhi moves. Buddhi means intelligence, the intellect. You think the intellect moves because of coffee, morning coffee. No. The intellect does not move because of caffeine. The intellect moves, why? Because of Atma. Atma is the caffeine that makes the intellect move. Yeah, the Atma is caffeine to the power of infinity. That is what makes the buddhi move. Buddhi adi means other things like manaha, mind. We make a difference between the intellect and the mind. The mind is that which has like a casual surface level thought. Should I do this? No, should I not do that? Or maybe this is not a good idea. This is where the mind is. So the mind is there. And then the body is, that is the manaha. Buddhi. Buddhi means the what's its name? The faculty of decision making is called buddhi, the intellect. Then we have chittam, the emotive faculty. All the emotions. Chittam. And then finally we have ahankara, the I notion, which owns up the mind, which owns up the buddhi, which owns up the chittam and says all this is me. That together all these four are called the mind, these four components. So they are like four nails and the Atma is like a magnet. And so they move. They move because of that innermost controller who controls everything, who brings everything to life, who brings everything to light without doing anything at all. So the innermost self that moves the intellect, So anytime, see, this is very nice because in the 10th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, we have what is that? We have the Lord taking back all the intellectual property rights, which, which we thought we do. So if you think you can sing well, Bhagavan says, no, the voice in you is me, it's not you. Me means Atma, that Atma alone. That Atma alone from the standpoint of the cause of the universe. That Atma alone says that Atma alone is the cause of the voice to be able to sing very well. Somebody cooks very well, and Bhagavan says, it's not you, it's me. Lord Krishna says that. It's not you, it's me, it's not you, it's me, it's not you, it's me. And he takes back everything that you think you are doing. So same thing here. The Atma alone has the credit for all the things that are done here. It's not really anything else. And Buddhyadi chalayet pratyak saha aham. Know that Atma to be yourself alone. Avadharaya. Avadharaya means ascertain this. Ascertain this. And then this is how you have to think about yourself. Again, the next one. Ajadatmavada bhanti. Yatsa nidhya jadapi. Dehendriya manav pranaha. Pranaha sohamityavadharaya ajadadmavat abhanti yatsa nidhya jada api dehendriya manav pranaha sohamityavadharaya. Yeah. So ajad atmavat abhanti. Ajada, jada means inert, insentient. Ajada means and then ajada is sentient. Jada, insentient. Ajada, sentient. So sentient vat, like something sentient, abhanti, they shine. What? Deha, body, indriya, sense organs, manaha, mind, and prana, the vital forces that keeps this body mind going. Respiration, circulation, etc. They all appear to be sentient. How do they appear to be sentient? They appear to be sentient because of the presence of Atma. The Atma has the power to make the insentient into sentient without really doing anything, just like everything is bathed in sunlight by the mere presence of the sun. So ajada atmavat abhanti, they all shine, they come to life. It's like a puppet show for children. You see, there is the small curtain opens up and the puppets are dancing. One is fighting with another. One is running away. The other one is chasing it with a stick, ready to beat it. All this is why? Because there are 2-3 people behind above that screen and above that little stage, making the puppets go here and there. So that is invisible. That is invisible to the children who are just completely taken in by the show. They're just very happy to see this movie. And so similarly, this whole world of names and forms. And if you just look and stand at an intersection, busy intersection of a street in New York or San Francisco, you stand, the number of things you will see, people going, coming, Rush, 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 busy, 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 traffic, people selling things on the sidewalk and people buying things, somebody arguing with somebody, and the person who is ticketing everybody for parking illegally, walking illegally. There's also a ticket, yeah. And so all this you see, and then it's almost like there is a master puppeteer in the form of the Atma, which is powering all these bodies, minds, sense complexes based on their karma, based on their karmic trajectory, etc., to be in a certain place in a certain time, to be engaged in certain activities. So you see, so it is not just with regard to the we can look at it with regard to the individual body mind sense complex, which we have been. But if we abstract it and look at it at the micro level, you get one more deeper level of meaning. You get a deeper level of meaning, and you understand this in a much more awesome sense. It's full of awe when you see that everything is doing what it's supposed to be doing because of this Atma in the form of Ishvara. That Atma which is non-separate from the whole, which is that intelligence, that principle, which binds everything together, which brings everything to light, which makes everything sentient because of its presence in and as everything. It has, as it were, entered the entire creation of names and forms. The names and forms themselves insentient, but it has brought everything to life just by, as it were, entering into these names and forms. But the names and forms, the entry is not literal. The entry is as though. It has as though entered without undergoing any change or any loss. Because otherwise we'll start thinking the Atma has entered 7 billion just human beings. And then if you think of 7 billion plus human beings, plus then you think of all the, what's its name? Animals, so many things. And then you think of the plants, so many things. Then you think of inert things, rocks, mountains, rivers, etc. Then you feel like, okay, one Atma, how many things can it enter? It cannot do all this. And so therefore what? It must be, it must have lost weight. It must have got very tired. It must be on the pathway to decimation. It must be disappearing. We forget it is Ananta. It is totally, totally, totally endless, limitless. And so if it is limitless, it can be everything without becoming any one thing. And if new things are discovered, it is all those new things too without becoming any one thing, because all the things are what? They are all mithya. This alone is satyam. So the entry is as though entry, as though projection. All that is there is one non-dual whole, non-separate from this I, which I have to know in order to be free of what? Pain, sorrow, all these things, and fear. So this is the ajada, ajada. Ajada means it's the sentient. As though sentient, it shines, they shine. Because of whose presence? The mind, etc. And please know that to be yourself alone. And then one more angle is given. And after this, we'll do a little meditation, because we've been talking about avadharana. And so we'll do a small meditation. So one more angle is given in verse number 21. Agaman me mano yatra मनोन्यत्र साम्प्रतञ्च स्थिरीकृतम् एवं यो वेदधिवृत्तिम् सोऽहमित्यवधारय. This is a fun verse. Agamat. Agamat means gone. What gone? Me manaha. My mind is gone. This conclusion. What is the conclusion? OMG, my mind was gone. And then Anyatra means elsewhere. My mind was gone elsewhere. Elsewhere from what? From the present situation. That's why, you can ask, oh, what were you saying? I'm sorry, I did not hear. My mind went away. And so now I'm back. Please explain this to me again. I was not listening. So this is a very common experience. And it is becoming more and more common with all these social media, handheld devices, and all these things. The distractions are more. And so, agamat me manaha, my mind has gone. And then, where anyatra, elsewhere, not here. Then, oh wait, sampratam, now. Sampratam means now. Sthiri kritam, now it's back. Guess what? It went, now it's come back. This is a very common experience. Now gone, now back. Now back. And then, evam yaha veda dhivrittim, the one who knows this thought. What is the thought? Mind gone thought, mind back thought. Mind gone, mind is now back. The one who is the witness of the going away mind and the one who is the witness of the coming back mind, that is Atma, that is you. So lovely, so beautiful. Because you are the witness of the absence of the mind. So there you are not the mind. You are the witness of the presence of the mind coming back, you are witnessing. The mind going, also you are witnessing. So how can you be the mind? Usually we don't say the mind has gone elsewhere. Oh, I don't know where I was. You identify with the mind and this is how we talk. I don't know where I was, but now I'm back. Now I'm back. Please teach me. Please tell me. That's how the student in the Kena Upanishad, after the whole Upanishad is taught, says, Upanishadam bho bruhi, oh revered sir, please teach me the Upanishad. The mind was gone. Now, after the teaching is over, the mind is back. So this is how it is. And so usually what happens, one feels bad. Oh, the mind went away. Oh, I missed this. But no, here actually the witness of the mind going away is cause for celebration, this text says. It's cause for celebration. Why? Because you as the witness of that mind which has gone away and you as the witness of that mind which has come back. That means what? That means you are not the mind, which is a very, very direct proof of the fact that you are not the mind. You are the witness of the bye-bye mind and the hello mind, the coming back mind and the going away mind. You are not the mind. You are not the mind itself. So, very nice. And more we'll speak about this in the evening. Let us do some meditation now. Somebody can turn off all these lights. I think we don't need them. Because some of these things which we have talked about, it's hard to speak about it in the abstract. And so we will just illustrate it by means of a small guided meditation session. Sitting comfortably. Not so comfortable as to fall asleep. Not so uncomfortable as to be needing to move all the time. Eyes softly closed, assuming the posture for meditation. Head, neck, and back in a single straight line. eyeballs, soft, face, soft, forehead, soft, observing the body now for any signs of stiffness, being held in funny ways, softening the neck, shoulders, I observe the body as though it is seated in front of a full-length mirror. This is how the body is. Who is the observer? Now moving to observe the breathing, the chest rising with every inhalation and falling. The one that is watching the breathing does not need to breathe, is not dependent on the breath. When I watch the breath, the mind is calm. Moving now to watch the mind without trying to suppress the thoughts or to chase after them. Thought comes, thought goes. I firmly stay with the observer. I am the witness of the body. I am life without boundaries. Sentience without borders. I am. I'm not just this mind. I am life without boundaries. Sentience without borders. I'm not just the senses. I'm life without boundaries. Sentience without limits. I am the tree. I am the sky, the sun that shines, the rivers that flow, none separate from I. Flowers that blossom, the leaves that quiver with the wind, the trees that rustle. Nothing is outside of me. Everything is in its place. Body does what it does. Mind does what it does. Now here, now gone. That is the mind. Now healthy, now sick. That is the body. Senses too keep changing. I am that which is unaffected by the changes in the body, the mind, the senses. I am the whole, free, unfettered existence, all-knowing sentience, limitless, boundless like the ocean. Seen from this standpoint, there is nothing to do, nowhere to go, nothing to gain, nothing to lose, no success, no failure, no accomplishment, no striving. The I that animates the body, the mind, the senses, is free. Free of needing validation, consolation, commiseration. Comfort. I am naturally an appreciative, non-demanding, non-judgmental, and contented person. It is effortless to be me, to be appreciative, non-judgmental, non-demanding, and contented. I. The more I recognize it, the more comfortable it is to be me. If I'm comfortable being myself, I can go ahead and acknowledge that I am comfortable being who I am. This means I don't need any comforting from outside. In fact, I can be a source of comfort to everybody, at least for today. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. When you're ready, you can open the eyes and you can have some lights back on. Any questions so far? Yes.
Very basic.
That's okay. Yeah.
So, as you were speaking in the meditation of sentience, pure existence, if I'm in that place of witness of,
If you are what?
if I'm in that place in myself,
Yes.
there's no other thing with anybody else. Everyone has the same, since we are saying I am with each individual.
Yes.
Same.
Yes.
Same.
Yes. And that radically changes how we interact with people. It's from a place of being the whole. So there is not this defensiveness which often accompanies the interaction. There is not this offensiveness, like, oh, what are they going to do? How should I be ready to protect myself? That is not there. And even if they come at you, let's say somebody in a bad mood comes at you to say something, you are able to see that they are in pain. You don't have to do anything about that pain. They are in pain, that's all. It's a fact. And you can see that they are in pain. You can see that they are reacting out of a sense of some unresolved issues. And you can respond from that. That doesn't mean that you have to take whatever they are doing. That's not it. But it's to appreciate the fact that this is not them. They are coming from a certain background, a finite, limited association with a certain background. This is where they are coming from, and I can see that. And seeing that itself gives a lot of accommodation. You respond to the person, not to the reaction. That itself de-escalates many situations. Yeah. Other questions?
So, let me ask you a question. You have to be careful.
Yes.
About things don't belong to you if you're singing like
that. Right.
So, if you do something bad, then Atma says, no, that's your
Yeah, that's a very good question. The question is, 10th chapter is intellectual property reappropriation on part of the Lord Krishna. Okay, if you sing, if you do something nicely, whatever you do, it's me, it's not you. But if you do adharma, if you're not in dharma, then that's you. It seems unfair, correct? Yeah, but the reason why it is like this is because the I is beyond dharma, adharma. So the adharma, the effects of bad karma, etc., accrue, wrong karma, accrue to the person who thinks of oneself as karta. Since the Atma doesn't think of itself as karta, then the Atma has no papa punya. That's why it belongs to that you, the one who is associated with the doership. It's like a dead person's bank account. So who will the money go to? It is not, let's say they did not do a will, but there is money in the bank. Who will it go to be if it's not properly designated? There is nobody to take that money. It's like that. So it's like how we see that this accrues, the karma accrues to the person who owns it up. I am the karta. This is me. Vote for me. This is another kind of a thing. Sometimes sometimes it happens like this, that one appoints themselves as the agent of action many times. Me, I did this. So to the one who is identified with the doer, the results of action accrue. Atma is never the doer. Ishvara is never the doer. So therefore, Ishvara is absolved of bad karma automatically. That's the reason. That's why we are also told to let go of that doing. I'm not, I'm not the agent of action, and I'm not the recipient of the results of my action or other people's actions. That is the way to go. Slowly it will come, that understanding. Because if we force it before its time, I'm not responsible for what I do. Okay. That will be every serial killer's defense, serial offender's defense. How do you plead? Not guilty, Your Honor, by Gita chapter 2, verse so and so. I'm not the doer. So for that, to get to that place requires a lot of emotional maturity. Once that is there, this understanding comes. Other questions? Okay, we'll meet in the evening, 5:15. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadag Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Thank you.